What if the key to a lost civilization, a message from a world that vanished 4,000 years ago, is hiding in plain sight? It's been seen by millions, studied by the world's greatest minds, yet it remains completely silent. This isn't just an artifact, it's a lock without a key, a voice without a sound, and solving it could rewrite history or expose one of archaeology's greatest deceptions. To understand this mystery, we have to travel back in time. Not just a few centuries, but 4 millennia, to the Bronze Age island of Crete. This was the home of the Minoan civilization, a culture of stunning art, sprawling palaces, and legendary sea power. They were the civilization that gave rise to the myth of the Minotaur and the Labyrinth. But as advanced as they were, their written language, a script called Linear A, has never been deciphered. They are a people whose stories we can only guess at. Then, in 1908, in the ruins of the ancient Minoan palace of Phaistos, an Italian archaeologist named Luigi Pernier brushed the dirt from a small, unassuming circle of baked clay, and he realized he was holding something unlike anything ever discovered before or since. He was holding the Phaistos Disc. At first glance, it might not look like much. It's a flat terracotta disc, about 15 centimeters across. You could hold it comfortably in your hand, but look closer. Running across both sides is a spiral of symbols, like a story coiling from the edge to the center. And these aren't just crude scratches. There are 241 impressions in total, made from 45 distinct, beautifully detailed stamps. We see a plumed helmet, a flying bird, a flower, a ship, a woman with flowing hair. Now, this is where it gets truly mind-bending. The use of stamps to create a text is, essentially, movable type. This is a technology we associate with Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century. But the Phaistos Disc is dated to around 1700 BCE. This one small disc suggests the Minoans invented the core principle of printing thousands of years before anyone else. And yet, it's the only one. If you had a set of 45 stamps to print documents, you wouldn't just use them once, would you? Where are the other documents? Where are the stamps themselves? It's a technological leap so huge, it's like finding a single perfectly preserved smartphone in a medieval castle. It just doesn't quite fit. And that's the heart of the enigma. So, what on earth is it? For over a century, brilliant minds have thrown themselves at this puzzle, and the theories are as wild and wonderful as the disc itself. One of the most popular theories is that it's a religious text, perhaps a sacred hymn or a prayer to a Minoan goddess. The symbols are separated into groups by vertical lines, almost like verses in a poem or a song. You can almost imagine a priestess in a frescoed hall, holding this disc and chanting an ancient incantation, the sounds lost to time. It's a beautiful, romantic idea. But maybe it's not so poetic. Another theory suggests it's something far more mundane. An administrative record, a list of soldiers, a receipt for goods, a legal code, or even just a list of names for a palace roster. History, after all, isn't all epic poems. It's also about who paid their taxes. This theory might be less exciting, but it's practical. Then we enter the realm of ancient high-tech. Some researchers believe the disc is an astronomical or calendrical tool. They argue the number of symbols and segments corresponds to celestial cycles, a way to track the sun, moon, and stars. A sort of 4,000-year-old pocket computer for predicting seasons or religious festivals. If this is true, it paints a picture of the Minoans as not just artists, but master astronomers. And then there's a theory that brings this otherworldly object right back down to Earth. What if it was just for fun? Some scholars have suggested it's a board game. The spiral path, the unique symbols. It could be an ancient version of snakes and ladders, with players moving a piece along the spiral according to a roll of dice. It's a charming thought, isn't it? A glimpse into the quiet, playful moments of a lost world. A hymn, a tax document, a star chart, a game, or something else. There is one more theory, the most controversial, the most dangerous one of all. What if the Phaistos Disc is an elaborate, brilliant forgery? Think about it. It was discovered in 1908, an era of intense archaeological rivalry, where a career-making find could bring fame and fortune. The disc is in suspiciously perfect condition. It's utterly unique, with no parallels to any other Minoan artifact. The clay has been tested and confirmed to be from Crete, but that just means the forger was clever enough to use local materials. Was its discoverer, Luigi Pernier, so desperate for a monumental discovery that he created one? It's a deeply unsettling thought. It would mean that one of the most iconic and mysterious artifacts in the world is a lie. And this is why the Phaistos Disc is so much more than an old piece of clay. It represents the ultimate archaeological prize. Cracking this code would be a form of time travel. For the first time, we wouldn't just be interpreting the Minoans through their art and ruins, we would be hearing them speak, in their own words, a message, a thought, a feeling, reaching out across 40 centuries. We would finally understand a piece of their lost world. That's a treasure far greater than gold, but that tantalizing possibility is forever haunted by the shadow of a doubt. Is it a voice from the past, or an echo of modern ambition? Is it a key to a lost civilization, or a lock that was never meant to be opened because it's not attached to a real door? The mystery of the Phaistos Disc is far from over, and countless theories exist. What do you think it is? A prayer, a fraud, or something else entirely? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into one of history's greatest enigmas, subscribe for more explorations into the past's most compelling secrets.